2026 Giro d'Italia Stage 2 here in Bulgaria, Veliko Tarnovo, and we have a lot to report on. Uruguayan winning the stage, taking the pink jersey, and a massive crash with 20 kilometers out. Stay close to the action with Ruvi, the indoor cycling trainer that lets you ride, race, and train on the same routes as the pros. Real routes, real results. Thomas Silva, Uruguayan from Team XDS Astana, wins from an elite group, a reduced group at the top of this long hill, uphill drag to the finish line, beating riders like Jonas Vingegaard, Giulio Ciccone, Linny van Etveld, Jan Christian, these riders that were fighting it out after what was left of the crash at 23 kilometers to go. For Thomas Silva, this is massive. His first Giro d'Italia, 24 years old, first time a Uruguayan has ever put on the pink jersey and won a stage in the Giro d'Italia. His teammate, Christian Scaroni, stage winner last year, who helped his teammate Diego Lucy take the pink jersey, well, he's celebrating behind, seeing Thomas take the stage victory. A massive win out on the day for Team XDS Astana, but it was a crazy day of action. 221 kilometers. Yesterday I called this the longest stage of the 2026 Giro d'Italia as we make our way 3 days here in Bulgaria before transferring over to Italy for the remainder of the 21 stages. I should be corrected, the blockhouse stage is the longest. This is the second longest stage, and it was a slow stage. Up front again, we saw the rider from Spain who's promoting Malta from Team Visit Malta Polti, Diego Silva. This time along for company was another Visit Malta rider. We really got to get over there and visit Malta. Mirko Maestri. Those riders were ensuring that Diego had more points in the bag for that Blue Mountains jersey. They were free for most of the day and key over the categorized climbs mid-race in 221 kilometers. Things came back together around 27 kilometers to go. Then we saw this massive crash on roads that were damp. We saw rain on and off during the day. Roads were damp, roads were slick, and then bam, on the left-hand side, riders everywhere. UAE coming off the worst. We saw a UAE rider hitting the barriers, another UAE rider down, UAE riders, bam, bam, bam. We saw Wilco Kilderman from Team Visma Lisa Bike, Corbin Strong from Team NSN, never say never, never say no. NSN, after Ryan Mullen, his teammate, had been doing massive amounts of work all day in beast mode for Corbin Strong while he was out involved in that crash. We can report from Team UAE, Jay Vine was off in a stretcher. Adam Yates wiping blood off his face to continue in the race, and he did continue. We saw him there at the finish line. It was a bad day out. Also in the crash, unfortunately, Derek Gee from Team Lidl Trek, the Canadian. Like Adam Yates, he picked himself back up to continue, but he was losing time. Up ahead, they neutralized the race, and we wouldn't see it resume until 5 kilometers to go later, around 18 kilometers to race. When it was neutralized, we saw Jonas Vingegaard, race favorite, on the front. We saw Ben O'Connor, another GC rider, on the front. Victor Campenarts, Vingegaard's teammate, slowing things down. Race organizer, director there, slowed it down as well, neutralized at 5K, letting some of the riders get back before the racing resumed, and resumed right at the Red Bull point for the bonus seconds going into this climb that would kick up and leave us 10 kilometers to go. Now this was a crucial moment in the day. Nipping off the front for the bonus sprints, Egan Bernal ahead of his own teammate Arensman, and then Swift behind. Ineos, net company Ineos, picked up all the bonus seconds, 6, 4, and 2 bonus seconds on the day. And then the climb began, and bam, just as we predicted, Jonas Vingegaard, race favorite, hops off the front. Marking him right away, Giulio Palazzari, race winner of Tour of the Alps, heading into this race, gets right on Vingegaard's wheel. We see Linny van Etveld, former winner of the UAE Tour, Team Lotto, Intermarché, join. We had a trio up front, and back behind things were spread out. Now, in that group behind, we were taking note of who was left because they were all chasing up over the climb and then down into the valley, leaving 10 kilometers to go before the finish line. Vingegaard hit out again, but couldn't distance by far Palazzari and Van Etveld. Those two joined. We had a trio through the valley, heading into the final kicker up to the finish line. Back behind, bad organization. We saw 2 Jayco riders in there along with O'Connor, but they weren't pulling on the front. The gap was showing around 18 seconds or so. Egan Bernal was in this group without a net company Ineos riders. Then we get to the base of the final climb, and it looked like they had it in hand. 18 kilometers, 18 seconds to play for. Heading into those final slopes, Palazzari Vingegaard, they were doing pulls on the front. Van Etveld not at first, but then he was coming around for some soft pulls that looked like they were going to go for the victory. Van Etveld hit out, and then all of a sudden from behind, we see Jan Christian, really the only UAE rider left, and he must have been given the green light from his team because they knew Adam Yates was in a lot of difficulty. Jay Vine carried off in a stretcher. Jan Christian, winner, I think it was in the Tour of Oman earlier this year, the Swiss rider, bolts up towards the front. We thought we was going to see him go for the stage victory, but all the group comes together, and we see this work from Scaroni for his teammate Silva. Silva taking the win, taking the pink jersey. Uruguay, Team XDS Astana, everyone out there celebrating. We saw the Uruguayan flags out there waving as Silva was taking the jersey on the podium, taking the honors for the stage win, then the pink jersey in Maglia Rosa. Massive moment for Uruguay, for Silva, for Team XDS Astana here in this Giro d'Italia. But it's coming off the heels of bad news today out there. A massive crash we never want to see happen like that. Taking out GC riders, ruining the chances of Adam Yates, who fortunately did continue in this race, but we wonder what's going to happen as the race continues on, because we got footage of him as he came over the line and he looked banged up. He was laughing about it all, but he didn't look good as he went on. Jonas Vingegaard bolted through. We got some words with Jan Christian about the day out there. We also spoke with former race leader who does have U.S. citizenship, has a passport at least. I don't know he has a citizenship, but he did confirm a U.S. passport, so I think we'd have to have U.S. citizenship to have that as well. Paul Meunier, stage winner yesterday, pink jersey. Today lost the pink jersey, has the Maglia Ciclamino. We heard from him. He talked about the slick roads out there. We heard from Jan Christian, who just talked about the dangers out there on the day and the devastation for Team UAE Emirates on the day. Devastation for their GC hopes, for Adam Yates. But on the flip side, we see Jonas Vingegaard riding strong. We see Giulio Pellizzari ready to put up a fight in this Giro d'Italia 3 weeks long, as we have one more stage left here in Bulgaria. We see Lenny Van Etveld putting up a heck of a fight, and a new name on a lot of your radars, Silva out there getting the stage win and the pink jersey. And hey, Swiss rider Jan Christian, watch out, because now he's going to have the full support of UAE Team Emirates as we race ahead with Silva on top, pink jersey at the close of the 2026 Giro d'Italia, Stage 2.